Welcome everybody, it's Uncle Destiny back here with you, and we're just going to keep it simple tonight. This is going to be the reading for February, and I want to remind everyone that this is a general reading for everyone, so anything more specific you need to contact me for. And I also want to remind you that this next month is going to be PantheaCon in San Jose at the Doubletree, and I will be at that. I have a presentation going on Saturday night around 7 o'clock, which is Anansi's Story Hour, which is going to be me telling African-based stories to those that are going to come and listen. So, if you're there, look for me. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get the ancestors in and see what they have to say about this month of February and see what it holds. Alrighty, so we've thrown the bones, and as said, anything that falls off the reading surface is not part of the reading. Most of everything else remained on the reading surface, although the copper piece is just at the edge. So, and the copper piece is representing of the connection and conduit we have with Spirit. So this next month, Spirit is going to be more at the periphery. And I would say that's because it wants to see what you will do with the time and energy that's before you. Now, bringing that back, we deal with our main bones, which we have our 3 here. In this particular case, this is going to be the home bone, this is the family bone, and this is the work bone. So we'll go ahead and start over here with the work bone. And that one is off at the distance with another supporting piece there. Overall, it's going to be fine. It's going to be off in its own area. And work is going to feel a little distant this month. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's going to be the thing that's going to be, it's not going to be where your biggest focus are. Mind you, what also stands between that are the 2 broken pieces here crossing each other, forming sort of an X. And there is going to be strife. There's going to be multiple directions, multiple energy going through back and forth. And especially in this case, it's heading towards one of them is heading towards the work bone. So there's going to be some things that are going to be focused towards what you're doing for work, or how you work, or what on the hours you spend working. But also there's an element here that's being crossed. So this is also going to be things coming from work that are minimizing and eating up some of that angst that's coming towards it. But still, there's going to be a little animosity headed towards the work front. And in this case, but even then, it's going to be off in the distance. The bulk of our bones are much more here, between the family and home. And we have the quartz piece here, which is much closer to the family bone. So there's going to be things about questions and memories associated with family. It may even be that aspect of spending time with family and reminiscing. So you're going to see what type of elements come up around that and memories, which also have the elements of support, since it's nested or surrounded by multiple bones related to the spine and ribs, which are much more of the support systems. So you're going to want to be very much aware about when you're reminiscing, what are the things that are being brought up to support the memories, what are the memories and realizations of support that you didn't realize you had at that time that are all around the family. Now, since Valentine's Day is also happening next month, we're also looking at the memories that you can build in relationship to your loved ones or the loved one that you're going to be spending Valentine's Day. And we also have the tooth bone here, or one of the teeth, which is about sustenance. So we're looking at both sustenance as well as here we have the spinal or pelvic bone, as I've often called it, which is also near that, and the family bone. So we're looking at a lot of the thing about what is the nourishment around family, what is the nourishment around memories, and in many ways, what's nourishment around love. All of these things come together. Then we come over here to the home bone. So we have that interconnection as well coming with these bones coming into it, as well as supporting it. And it'll play into that aspect of the family and memories. So it may be reminiscing about an old house, maybe reminiscing about interactions associated with how people met. And all of these things are about nourishment. Nourishment on a much more soul and emotional level. And as I said, the copper piece is over here at the edge. So spirit is more sitting back and watching and seeing what's going on. What are you going to do? Then we have these other scattered bones out here. These, especially because they form a very triangular point, is very much about the 3 dimensions. Now, most would consider that being height, distance, and, well, in 3 dimensions we have length, width, and then height. But there's also the aspect of mind, body, and soul coming together. And so, with the fact that it's also in alignment with where the position is to the copper piece, I see this one talking very much about what is the prism and principles of our lives that are about 3 elements working together, forming something as a whole, be it mind, body, and spirit, be it the 3 dimensions of physical space. Perhaps it's even a trinity, so to speak, of spirituality. And especially in that aspect, when we go to the spirituality and its alignment to the copper piece, we can be talking about past, present, and future. Now, depending on your faith system, there are deities associated to each one of those. But not to mention, there's also deities related to, let's say, a single path, and a deity of nurture, a deity of destruction, a deity of creation. All 3 of these are still the same face of the same deity, but different aspects. And sometimes they don't agree, sometimes they do, but they also have to work together to be in existence. And so this is going to be, the spirit is kind of sitting back once again and looking at how do you embody that element? How do you embody the power of creation? How do you embody the power of nourishment? How do you embody the power of destruction? And especially in relationship to our families and our homes and our love life. What are you doing in this month of basically love to build it? And then we have these 2 over here. They remind me of a bat and a ball getting ready to be hit. So what games are coming? And essentially there are games coming further in, forward. And I know some are going to be talking about the Super Bowl, and I'm not going to even touch that. But again, it's the bat and the ball, the game, the stick, and it's coming in on the same side and vector as we're getting with the Trinity of bones, as well as with spirit coming into the family. So there's a question about what games are actually required, what games are going to be fulfilled, and how might you grow by playing a little. And that doesn't mean playing negative games. Sometimes this could mean playing very positive games. So spending time with family and friends and loved ones again, sitting and just enjoying a game, be it a game of Monopoly or just a game of Go Fish, hell, even Tiddlywinks. But the aspect is that there's something that's going to be learned by playing a game and having fun. Maybe even find some new dreams that come their way. But either way, that is what the bones have to tell us for this week. On behalf of the ancestors, this is Uncle Destiny. I'm wishing you a fond February, a good Valentine's Day, Ashe, and blessed be.